Have you ever asked yourself, what's the perfect aspect ratio for my video? Or which aspect ratios do movies or shows use? Today I will tell you exactly that, and in the end you will know which aspect ratio perfectly fits your content. Probably the most famous aspect ratio is 16:9. Maybe your laptop or even your phone has this aspect ratio. Why? Because a long time ago TVs had a 4:3 aspect ratio, which was pretty small. And when movies became popular and were streamed through televisions, the aspect ratio was way too small and the movies were this tiny. So TV producers came up with a bit wider aspect ratio to fit movies. This was 16:9, which became widely spread and widely adapted. Movies like Jurassic Park chose 1.85:1 for more vertical screen space to show off their gigantic dinosaurs. Movies such as Lord of the Rings opted to use 2.35:1 as their ratio to showcase the beautiful landscapes of Middle-earth. Meanwhile, TV shows that weren't on the big screen and instead watched on a small screen at home opted to use 16:9 as their standard aspect ratio to perfectly fill out the screens at home. In recent years there has been a shift. Instead of going to the theater, people started watching movies through streaming services primarily at home. Along with YouTube as the biggest video content provider, almost all media is being watched exclusively on phones, laptops, tablets and TVs and not in the big theaters anymore. And while many TVs and laptops still have a 16:9 aspect ratio, phones have grown more closely in height to a 2.2:1 aspect ratio. And phones are the devices most content at home is watched through. And since the market always adapts to the majority, so phone users, there was need for an aspect ratio that was more wide than tall. Introducing the 2:1 aspect ratio, which is also the aspect ratio this video is in. But what are the selling points of this aspect ratio? Biggest selling point, as was stated before, this aspect ratio looks a lot better on phones. And on laptops it also looks really cool, because 16:9, when you take the 9 and subtract 1, you get 16:8, which is, when you round it down, exactly 2:1 aspect ratio. So on laptops and TVs you get two borders at the top and the bottom, which gives the videos in 2:1 aspect ratio a really cool cinematic look. So it's a win-win-win situation for everyone. And that's why you should use the 2:1 aspect ratio in your videos. I hope it helped, and I wish you, as always, a lovely day.